Welcome to Downtown Sports. My name is Downtown Stephen Brown, and in today's video, it's been talked a lot about in Leafs Nation. Is there a conspiracy theory around Cody Ceci? And if you're not sure what I'm talking about, when Cody Ceci was first traded over here, a lot of people warned us that it wasn't going to be too pretty. A lot of people advertised him as one of the worst defensemen in the entire NHL, and so far, it kind of reflects that, but our expectations of him were that he just had to be a little bit better than Nikita Zaitsev. And that wasn't really a problem, because if we come over to Cap Friendly, we can see here that Ceci only has 1 year left on his deal, and Nikita Zaitsev, well, he's just signed for forever. You know, when we got him, we used the excuses, oh, well, he was playing for a really bad Ottawa team, he was logging a lot of minutes, maybe he was playing with a really bad partner, maybe it was the coaching systems, maybe he just needed a change of scenery. And then I did the whole video where I duplicated myself and I was arguing with myself. I know that I'm a little bit weird, but basically I quoted Ryan Stimson's book called Tape to Space, Redefining Modern Hockey Tactics. And basically what Ryan had to say was that as long as your defenseman can effectively distribute the puck from your own end and the neutral zone to your forwards in the offensive zone, then they're effective at what their job is. And then I also included this player evaluation chart in that video, and this is when Cody Ceci played behind Erik Karlsson in Ottawa, so on the second pair. And you can see here, you know, he wasn't terrible, he wasn't anything special, he wasn't anything good. In a reduced role, Cody Ceci could be somewhat effective. But then the regular season started, and we started to see the box scores really pile up with the time on ice. It was just starting to get, oh, you know what? My apologies. This was Cody Ceci's game log from last season. Well, silly me. Let's look at the one from this year. Oh. Well, that doesn't look too good. But the really concerning thing is the way that he's being deployed. And if you look at the zone starts, you'll see that he's being used in a defensive-oriented role in Toronto, similarly to what he was used like in Ottawa the previous year. And that was the problem. Everyone came to a consensus agreement that as long as Cody Ceci didn't log heavy defensive minutes, he would be okay. A lot of people complained about Jay Gardner here in Toronto being really bad defensively. Have you seen Cody Ceci? All right, now that I got everyone caught up on the context behind it, here's the actual conspiracy theory. So there's perceived value and then there's actual value. And Cody Ceci has perceived value. So he's a former first-round pick. He's a right-handed shooting defenseman. He's 6'2", 210 pounds. And look at those junior numbers. So the perception or the deception with Cody Ceci is that maybe it was the environment that he was in. Maybe it was his teammates, you know? It just wasn't a good fit. Me being the super intellectual, smart hockey mind that I am, and I'm speaking as if I were an NHL general manager, I surely can fix the problem and unlock the amazing true potential that this player had, 7 years ago in junior. And if you've ever listened to Kyle Dubas speak, he talks about exploiting market inefficiencies in the NHL. And sometimes that's just taking advantage of other dumb general managers. You don't have to look much further than the 2016 UFA class to realize that there's a lot of dumb ones out there. And you have to consider the Maple Leafs' circumstances when they first acquired Ceci. Dermott was going to be injured to start the year. They didn't know what they had in Justin Holl, Rasmus Sandin, or Timothy Liljegren. They needed somebody to just come in on the short term that they didn't have to worry about as a long-term asset to just go out there and eat up minutes. And that perceived value was just icing on top of the cake. So the conspiracy theory is that Dubas acquired this player who was playing minutes well over his head, who could theoretically succeed in a reduced role and fill a stopgap for the Maple Leafs, and then later be used to flip for a couple of draft picks. But then I see quotes like this one, and I really don't know what to make of them. Is this just Kyle Dubas pumping up Cody Ceci's tires before he dumps him, or does he honestly believe that? Because, look, I value analytics a lot. I use them on this show all the time to back up my points. But this is the one time where I'm going to redeem my Kyle, do you actually watch the games card? Because Morgan Rielly does not look like the Morgan Rielly that we all know and love. He doesn't look like himself on the power play either, so maybe it's an unrelated issue. But playing him with Cody Ceci on the top pair in top minutes is definitely not helping. And I'm not necessarily bogging on Cody Ceci either, because We don't really know what this player is like. He's been used in a defensive-oriented role his entire career in top minutes, and he's just not that guy. So conspiracy theory or not, something needs to give here. But let me know what your thoughts and opinions are down below in the comment section, and leave me a like if you did like this video, and subscribe for more because more is always on the way. And guys, let's hope they get this stuff figured out real quick.